What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer channel. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to my younger sister, 27 now. Oldest younger sister. I'm the oldest. I got an older half brother. Never really talked to him though, you know what I mean? And, you know, first, I love you, little sister. No matter how many fights we get into, no matter what the disagreements are or anything of that nature, right? You're a good person, you're a great auntie, and you're always doing stuff for your nephew and stuff like that. So a shout out to you. Love you very much, little sister. Also shout out to Matt Word. Happy birthday to that guy too. Love you, bro. Peace. Peace. I don't know. I said peace. I'm weird sometimes. I never plan out any of these rambles. I just say, whatever's on my mind, whatever's in my heart at the time, and stuff like that. So, but anyways, we'll jump back into that. Never really knew my half brother or anything like that. Never really got to know him. 31 now. I don't really. Might sound like a dick, but I'm not really interested in knowing him. You know what I mean? And he never really reached out to get to know me neither. And I think I don't know how much older he is than me specifically, but I think he reached out to my little brother and my little sister, and they had some weird disagreement with my little sister when she was a little kid, but she was also running her mouth too, and the dude was running his mouth to a little girl. You know what I mean? So I just never have an interest in talking to the guy, so I never reached out myself neither, and stuff like that. But not to make excuses or anything, but I'd always thought like if I was the older brother, I might have, but I'm not, and I'd be the younger half brother, and I didn't. You know what I mean? So I can't say I would if I were, because I would probably wouldn't, because I don't now. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. It just his mom and my mom fought for years. They're still fighting, I guess. They don't like each other, or whatever, and just to me, it's just like move the fuck on. Move on. Who cares about this shit? That's all water under the bridge now. You guys moved on with your lives, and should have anyways, but is what it is. And if you wanted, if you want to make bonds with those people that you just never knew, whether don't be like me and make excuses. Excuses like, if I was the older brother, I'd do it, so therefore I'm not doing it type stuff. Fact of the matter for me is I just don't want to. I'm not interested, you know what I mean? I have my family, the people that I know as family, the people that have always been there for me, And it's not to take anything away from that guy, because I just simply don't know him. And, I think it's just better for me that way, because, not because of any reason in particular, just the people that I suffered with, the people that I know my whole life, If those things were meant to be, then they will become, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, right? I don't know. We had chances to talk to each other when we were children, right? And it's not like I dwell about it. I remember it. It just, when I try to make conversation with them, it was like, and I'm a terrible conversationalist, right? And it was just like, whatever, like fuck you too then. So I'm one of those people that when people treat me like that, I treat them the same way, and like I can be like, I might hold that against you next time I see you or something. You know what I mean? Like you ignore me, you treat me like shit or whatever, then I'll treat you like that too. And I don't have no problem with that, and I don't have to be friends with you. I don't have to like you. I don't have to do anything, just like you don't have to like me or anything like that, because I'm simply not going to be treated that way, right? Regardless of who it is, my mom, my dad, or whoever, uncle or something, because I don't know. I have, like I said, I have uncles that aren't even blood, and they never would have treated me like that. You know what I mean? And they showed me that family's more than just blood. Family's the people that treat you right and treat you well, and look out for you and help you out the best that they can when they see you down, right? And I have plenty of family that's shown otherwise, right? So to me, it's not, they may be blood, but, my uncles and other people that I call family that, that were actually there and helped me through some tough times are more family than just being blood. To me, that's how that is, right? I don't know. Some people can think otherwise and all that stuff, but I don't know. It just comes down to actions speak louder than words, right? And I don't let any of that get me down. And I used to when I was drinking a lot, all right, I used to think this is going to be for some New Year's too, because New Year's is coming up here, December 30th right now. But New Year's, tomorrow, next day, whatever. And I used to sit in my sorrows and like, wow, why do people think that of me and all that kind of bullshit, you know what I mean? I just getting down on myself, wondering like, drinking myself into oblivion, thinking I'm inadequate because some people that I thought were really close to me, like family members or something, or even like a friend, you know what I mean? Don't seem to feel the same way that I do, you know what I mean? And didn't feel like they would correlate that neither, like reaching out or anything like that. But, the simple truth is, life goes on. Not everybody sees each other the same way. Some people, they have their lives too. They're not you. And just because you had good moments and remember those a lot, doesn't mean that that's those other people's most cherished memories, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's just, we all get caught up in life, right? We all get caught up in life and trudging forward and trying to do our best to hold it all together because you don't know what they're going through. You only know what you're going through. So why be selfish, right? You're just selfish. You drink yourself stupid, just dumb drunk, and you're a fucking hazard to yourself and those around you. And you might have had a couple brushes with death. You might have, self-harm, or you could have got close to hurting somebody else, especially if you're like, drinking and driving, shit happens. I'm not saying everybody does that drinks, you know what I mean? There's people that are pretty damn good at drunk driving, but, it's going to catch up to you eventually. You might fall asleep at the wheel. You might have had more than you thought and stuff like that, So it's always better to have somebody drive you around than it is to be drinking and driving and stuff like that. I'm a damn fool. I was always drinking and driving too, and I'm very lucky I didn't hurt nobody, hurt myself or anything like that. I got caught once for it. I got a Dewey, and I was passed out side of the road and tapping the window, and cop wouldn't even let me put my sweater on, and he said I was refusing everything. I was like, sorry, sir, I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm pretty fucked up. Then I was trying to make light of it. I'm, being joking because I'm drunk, and I know these guys probably have to put up with drunk fucking idiots all the time. Even when they were patting me down, they were like, dude, you're like the nicest drunk I've met. I was like, I'm not trying to make your life hard, man. You're just doing your job, It's like, I'm sure you guys put up with stupid drunks all the time, but I may be hammered, but I know where I'm at, Like, it doesn't take much to be a good person to people that are just doing their jobs. Sure, maybe if you're in a bad mood, you're a dick or something, but I'm just not too much of that. It's only time I was in bad moods were if I was a dick or somebody's being a dick to me, stuff like that, or so I wanted to believe. It could be anything random, random hair up your ass or something, You know what happens when you get mad when you're a fucking stupid drunk? Sometimes you start some shit you can't, your ass can't cash a check for, somebody might kill you. All it takes is one punch, or a person pulls out a gun and shoots you in the face or shoots you in the chest or something, It doesn't take much. You don't know what what's going to happen if you go around and try to start stuff, especially with people you don't know. You know, you don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what they're willing to do, because when push comes to shove, you don't even know what you would do. You know, sometimes these accidents happen and something in an instant changes everybody's life that's involved in an instant, right? I had my buddy Eric Nelson on, and he talked about that too, when he got beat up, when he was drinking and stuff like that, when he was in a high school or whatever, the high school party, and then like the kid could have beat him to death, you know, and it would have changed, obviously, his life forever because he would be dead, and it would change the course of that kid's life forever because he'd probably be in prison or something, you know, or whatever, who knows. Thank goodness it didn't happen, you know. I like Eric. I call him a friend and stuff like that, but, you know, we're not the closest people, you know, but that's fine because, you know, everybody has their own lives. Everybody has things that they got to do and what they want to achieve and stuff like that. And, you know, but if you ever had called me or something, you know, I'd obviously answer and stuff like that. But, you know, it's, you know, good luck to him in life. And great person, he knows how to make everybody laugh, and he has like a certain charisma to him, you know. I tried to get him on a podcast again, but things went south. He was in a play for, what is that one? President Laughter, and it was a damn good play. He did a great, magnificent job, and I wanted him to, well, I didn't want him to, but I asked him if he would jump on and maybe share that experience with us. But, you know, like I said, life happens and stuff like that, and, you know, it is what it is, right? You just got to carry forward and trudge through it no matter what, no matter what anybody else says, you know. You can be failing, you can be succeeding, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's all on you and stuff like that. And it's just like anything else. So that's some of the things I think about, you know, and in relation to like drinking and stuff like that, and New Year's and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean everybody's doing it, you know. Nowadays, I hardly drink that much, you know what I mean, or very often. But, you know, I'd rather spend time with my family and hang out with my son, with my, you know, at home, my old lady and stuff like that, and just, you know, play video games or talk with them or go do something, you know. I'd rather go out and do something, to be honest with you. I'd go out with some friends or something, but not doing like drinking and stuff. I'd rather go looking for some supernatural shit or whatever. I was going to go look for that meteorite that crashed in Bemidji here a few weeks ago, and that would have been fun. Or a month ago, 2 months ago, I can't remember how long ago. It wasn't very long, but, you know, wouldn't have found anything. If the government's looking for stuff and they didn't find nothing, maybe they did and are keeping a secret from us. Who knows? That's always a possibility, but, you know, is what it is. But moral stories, you know, that I'd rather be in safe and, you know, with the people that I know really care for me, instead of when I was just sitting there feeling bad for myself and drinking myself into oblivion. When you're in that situation, a lot of times it's with people that don't really give a crap about you, you know what I mean? Not in all cases, you know. You might get lucky. You might be like me, you get some friends and, you know, they're good to you and you're good to them too, you know what I mean? And not everybody's that lucky in life. Hardly anybody, right? It's a pretty low statistic. So if you do, you got somebody like that, and you were in that low state of your life, then you count your blessings and you thank them. You know what I mean? Especially if they helped you out, and trying to help you see what kind of destructive path you were going down. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It kind of reminded me of that when I was talking about earlier too about cashing out, check my ass, couldn't, you know, cash out. It was George said that about getting hit in the jaw, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just get beat up in life, you know, You start something, somebody's smaller than you or whatever, and pow, hit you 1-2 or something, pow, pow, bam. And you don't remember shit, because they beat your ass. What is it? It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight and the dog, You're going to meet some little guy that's been fighting his whole life, and, he just beats your ass or something. It's because you think you're a little bit bigger. I mean, I've come across little dudes that just start trying to fucking fight people for no reason. And they're always getting beat up. And it's like, what are you guys doing, So there are people like that, too, that they just start shit when they're intoxicated, right? They're looking for trouble for whatever weird reason. Sometimes that alcohol creates an illusion in somebody's head or makes them delusional. Like, there's one buddy, he made up some fucking weird-ass story about being in a gang and how they drug him into a basement. He goes, with dirty floors and dripping water, and they beat him up for 3 days, and he's just bloody sitting there. And they didn't give him food. And that was their gang initiation. I was like, first it sounded like kidnapping, and then it was a gang initiation. The story doesn't even make any sense, And it's like, whatever, dude. Like, I think that, because he was drunk, he was pretty drunk, and he'd always say some dumb shit about being like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion and shit, and he couldn't even tap me out. And I'm like, I'm not a champion. So if he was really that good and he had a black belt and all that shit, then, he'd easily be able to take me and strangle me, because when you're doing that stuff, it ain't, Jiu-Jitsu is more about techniques and exploiting that, you know what I mean, and applying pressures and using leverages and all that shit than it is just being big or whatever. So, excuse me. I mean, I am pretty big, but it's against the technique, it's not going to work, right? But anyways, it's stuff like that, and it's like, it's pretty sad. And then he'll get drunk and he'll be trying to fucking fight people or suck somebody's dick or something. I say his name is fucking Ronnie. If anybody knows who that guy is, Ronnie. He goes by Victor sometimes, but whatever. That's what that dumb fucker would do. Try to suck some dick and trying to pretend like he's like something that he's not, and make up some wild ass stories that don't even make any sense. I mean, like the guy, and he was, he's funny and stuff, but he's full of crap, and you call him out about it, and I don't know. It's dumb. I kind of fell out from that, with that guy because, it ain't exposing any beefs or anything. This is actual reality, Maybe if I ever have him on convince him on a podcast or something. I don't have him friended anymore. I just, he's one of those people where it takes energy to be his friend, and you do a bunch of things to help him, and they won't ever lift a finger for you, and then they'll even out in public say some shit about how they ignore other people's shit because their family's just more important, right? Which is understandable, but if motherfuckers are helping you out, the least you could do is help them out, and that's just how I feel about it. And because we're actual cousins and shit, and I helped him out a lot when I fucking knew those guys, and he couldn't even one time even help me out, and it's not me trying to be a little bitch about somebody not helping me, oh boo-hoo, right? It's just, you see that these people, they're only out for themselves, and then, like the last straw was last year, and they're a couple years, and he just calls me up, you and your lady want to come pick us up? I was like, no, because they were drunk, and like, not 2 a.m, you don't be calling me 2 a.m, dude, plan that shit out, you ain't never helped me out, so figure your shit out growing up with your fucking kids at home, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm just drunk, and, whatever, and it's like, dude, I don't want to hear it, Instead of thinking about yourself, you're a grown-ass man. Every time I see you, all you do is try to ask what happened to you, like you ain't get fat and lazy, like, come on, man. I don't know. I wouldn't do anything, but It's just, if he tried to fight, I'd have to fight him, obviously. I'd beat his ass. In my opinion, that's how confident I am. But it's not that I want to fight him or anything, but it's just, like, why would I want to, like it's an honor to go pick you up because you didn't plan out your drinking night, It'd been all right if you'd been like, hey man, I'll slide you like a 20 if you're able to come pick me up. I live down, wherever, and stuff like that. Or ask, especially ask like way beforehand, like, hey man, I'm thinking about going out, me and my lady, whatever. I was wondering if tonight you'd be able to give us a ride or something, or possibly, whatever. Do that. But, it would be different if like he helped me out when I needed it most too, because that's what family friends do, if your friend helps you out, you should help him out too, him or her, whatever. And if you don't expect people to jump for you. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just understand. I understand that just from, I guess, that experience too. And there's many other experiences where I needed help and only real friends would show up. And I'm still friends with those guys, and I appreciate them till the day I die. And I still talk to them. You know what I mean? But there's other people that show through their actions that they don't. You know what I mean? And like Ronnie, if that's your Ronnie, then you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And, they just have a ton of excuses for everything. It's everybody else's fault and not their own. Yeah, the one time me and my lady was going, he was like, what happened to you? I'm like, what happened to me? What happened to you, bitch? You're fat too. I can outrun you. I can beat you up. I still work out. I still run. I just eat like shit, dude. And he's like, whatever, just try to have kids and have a wife. And I'm like, oh, wait, smooth move to blame your kids and your fucking wife for you being fat, for you being lazy. You're not doing anything. That's not their faults. That's your fault, Like, how's that your kid's fault and your wife's fault? I'm like, having a kid now, dude, dickhead. Like, shut the fuck up. I work out still. I don't sit around and judge other people for fucking looking fat, you know what I mean? Life happens, dude. Like, and then you go blame your kids. It's ridiculous. Take responsibility for your own freaking actions, And that's, I don't know. That was one of the last times I actually talked to him and stuff. And that's when I was really thought, like, this guy's never really been my friend. He always just used being a cousin to always have me help him out when he needed it. You know what I mean? You're only friends or family with people like that when they need you. And I seen that, and I'm like, I don't need that. You don't need that in your life, Cut those people out. They have to figure it out themselves. You're going through a hard time too, you know what I mean? And you don't need that kind of negativity of somebody just act like they're better than you and they're doing just like the same type of shit, I guess. I don't know. Not the same type of shit, but they're not doing that good neither. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, sure, I'm making shitty decisions or whatever, but so are you. Like, what the fuck's your problem, Life's tough for me too. Life's tough for you. I understand that, but still got to keep going forward for those people we love. Don't blame them for it. You know what I mean? Plenty of friends that have kids and they're in magnificent shape, and they're fucking hard workers and they're doing everything that they can to help their family stay afloat, not making bitch ass excuses. And that's where, I don't know. I'm sorry. I went on a big ass ramble on that guy. But I think a lot of people can relate to that type of shit too. So, but yeah. Anyways, hope everybody has a happy New Year. Stay away from the bullshit. If you're having some drinks, obviously stay safe. Watch out when you're driving. Hopefully you're not driving, you fuckers. But anyways, be safe. Try to get a ride beforehand. Be considerate. Always thank those people that come out to help you. You know what I mean? Because they truly love you if they're willing to help you. And you take that shit for granted, you know what I mean? And if they're taking you for granted, don't let them take it for granted. Hopefully they're thankful for you too. And you know, continue doing a good job, man. Sometimes the reward's not a reward, you know what I mean? It's just knowing that you helped them out. And, you know, sometimes when they don't show that they care or appreciate those things, you know what I mean? That's entirely your choice, and it's everybody's choice. You don't have to listen to me neither. I'm just a big dummy. And, you know, I made my own choices. I'm a grown man, as are you are probably a grown adult. So if not, you're a younger guy, still going through like depression and shit, and you know, because there's kids that drink early age. Hopefully, you're able to stay positive. You're that young. Try get your ass away from that alcohol. Try to get into some sports. Try to get into some like fighting classes or something. Keep yourself preoccupied. If you're a man, try to stay out of the vajayjays. We know how much young men love girls, and I was there once too. We all were as young people. Girls, stay away from them dingalangs. Take up cheerleading or something, you know? Further your education. There's too many motherfuckers that try to shack up early and stuff. Not that you won't make it, because I know some people that had kids at some early ages, and they're doing the best they can, and they're staying afloat, and they're awesome motherfuckers, you know? But it makes it that much harder, and the probability of finding someone you're going to probably be with for the rest of your life at that age is very low. And then, you know, there's always somebody trying to whisper in your ear just to get some schnick from you, you know what I mean? Or some dang-a-lang or some vaginas. Men and women, they're kind of the same. They think they're different in ways, physically for sure, but there's piece of crap women, there's piece of crap men, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful for those people, and especially in regards to your future, you know. I know I can't talk much because it ain't like I built much, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, peace out, guys. I hope you guys have a great and happy new year. I'll be streaming. You guys want to check my streams out, drop over on Twitch, twitch.com/CloudSlayer 53, I believe, CloudSlayer 53. And I'll be streaming on there. Hope to see you guys soon. Just say what's up, and if you want to, you know. If not, you can lurk and just watch too. That's always appreciated. So I hope you guys have a great one. Peace.